guys, it's Dana and it's time to talk about money. And in this video, I wanted to talk about tariffs and how they are impacting car prices and some tips on how to save money if you are in the market to buy a new car. So let's get to it. Okay, so tariffs have been introduced lately. They have been paused. They have been increased. It's been a roller coaster tariff time period. So so it has been impacting several things, and car prices are one of them. So first, let's talk about what is a tariff, because I think that it is confusing to a lot of people as far as who it impacts and what it is. So a tariff is basically a tax that is placed on imported goods from other countries. And so if you are importing anything, so you might think, well, if I purchase a car that is built in the United States, then I won't have to pay this tariff. Actually, it is the company that pays the tariff. But if that, let's say Ford, for example, Ford has manufacturers in Michigan in the United States, and they import parts to build their cars from other countries. So when they import these parts or steel, aluminum, they are paying this tax, and they pass the price of this tax on to the consumers, which is us, those of us who might be purchasing a car, which raises the price. So tariffs increase prices. Prices go up from it, and that is exactly what is happening. So they're designed to make foreign products more expensive, then therefore the idea is to incentivize companies to build their products in their home country as opposed to relying on outside countries or outside sources for their materials. However, often those materials cannot really be manufactured in that home country, and they're forced. Vanilla is an example. Vanilla from Madagascar. So we can't. The United States, we don't have the climate for vanilla. So we have to go to Madagascar for the vanilla if we want that product. So anyway, but the whole premise around it is to try to encourage people or companies to grow or build all of their products that they're selling in their home country. But obviously not everything can be done within the country. So we're talking about cars, however. So if you are in the market for a car and you're in the market for a new car, then the new car might be imported from another country, and then absolutely the price of it is going to go up. Or for example, if you are purchasing a Ford and they import products to build that car from another country, then the price of production for them is going to go up, and they're going to pass that price on to the consumer, to the people buying their cars. And then so the prices go up for those cars as well, whether they're the car is made in the United States or not, the price is going to go up. So then you're probably thinking, well then, forget it then. I just am not going to buy a new car. I'm going to go used car. And that would be smart. That's a good way of thinking. But the problem is that you're not the only one thinking that. A lot of people are thinking, well, then I'm going to get used cars because they'll be cheaper. And then what happens is that the demand goes up for those used cars, and then there is less supply because people are buying up those cars. So the prices of those used cars will go up as well. So then the used car price and the new car price they're both going up. Okay, so maybe you remember back in the COVID days when when car manufacturers could not get the materials that they needed to build their cars because not as many people working, things were shutting down, it was hard to import products. So the price of cars went up. And during that time, a lot of people were thinking, I'm just going to wait till we get through this time period and then prices will moderate. And they did. Prices did moderate somewhat, but they did not come back down to pre-COVID prices. And unfortunately, prices are now going back up again. So we never really got a break in there to purchase a car. So you might be like, I just need to buy a car. I've waited long enough. And we've got to get a new car, new or used. So I have some tips for you as far as what you can do if you are in the market to purchase a car, how you can save some money or attempt to save some money as you are purchasing. Expand your search area. If you are searching for a car and you are discovering that the used car dealerships near you, that they are just out of cars, or the car that you're looking to buy, that specific car, you can't find it anywhere around you, and when you do find it, the price is sky high, then you might want to extend your search past your city or your county or even your state. You might want to look into different states to see if you can locate that car that you're looking for at a lower price. And it could be that a lot of people in your area are car shopping or they like the particular car that you're looking for. So if you look into another state, maybe nobody wants that car. For example, like some states are really hot and heavy on trucks and other states not so much. Nobody wants a truck in those states. So maybe you want to look into this. If you're in the market for a truck, maybe you want to look at a state where people don't really want a truck in there, or, you know, maybe it's like Florida. Do they drive lots of trucks in Florida? I think maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, my point is, if you expand your search, which you can do easily now with the internet, because almost every single dealership, they have their inventory posted online. So I've gone to our local used car dealership just last week, and I was in there, and everything that they had that was in the lot was online in the inventory. And so actually I was the one to say, hey, this car's in your inventory, I want to take a look at it. And you know, the dealer pulled it up and said, yep, okay, let me go grab it. But it's almost like I'm walking in there telling them what they have in their inventory. So just take a look online and you can go through it yourself. And sometimes you might get there and the car could be gone, or you call and they might have sold it and they haven't yet taken it down off of their inventory. But if you are like vigilant and looking at it every day, every other day, at your certain ones, or then you most likely will see something when it first pops up because you're the one who's keeping an eye on it. So just go ahead and expand your search area to see if you can discover something that is less expensive because they have a ton of whatever you're looking for on their lot and they're just trying to get rid of them because nobody in their area wants to purchase that type of car. Now, we just talked about what to do if you have a specific make and model in mind. However, the next idea is to be more flexible on the make and model. So it might be that there is one particular type of car that people in your area right now are just not interested. They don't want to buy that car for whatever reason, and maybe you're okay with it. So maybe the price of that car is coming down because the dealers just cannot get anybody in that area to want to purchase that. So then you might be the one to be like, all right, I'll take this off your hands. And you might even be able to negotiate with them then for a lower price than you would otherwise in a different area. So if you can be flexible on what type of car you're shopping for, you might discover some better deals. Now, also considering some older models. Maybe you're the type of person that's like, I want new. I don't want to drive a car that anyone else has sat in or done whatever in, and I get it. I totally get it. But if you're looking to save some money, now might be the time to look for a car that's 2-3 years older. They can still be extremely new and in really good condition. And so maybe you want to now open your mind to the idea of something older than what you had originally thought that you'd be interested in. So that could really save you some money there, just getting a car that's a few years more senior, mature, should we say. Okay, next is to act quickly if you do find a deal. If you are searching online at the inventories, you're keeping an eye on it every day. If you've been, going around to dealerships looking at cars, then you will know if you see something that is a good deal. If you see a certain car that's a certain amount of mileage and in pretty good condition, like once you've been looking for a while, which I suggest that you don't just go right out and purchase something. You want to educate yourself by looking around for a while. And if you find something that you're like, wow, this is a pretty good price, then you might want to just jump on it. If you wait till the next day, prices could fluctuate, or someone else could come running in there and grab that car because they know that it's a good deal. So just be like ready to go. If you're really car shopping and you're serious and you've been looking around, then just don't play games with it. Just be ready. Like get yourself all prepared, have your money ready to go. And that way, when you do discover the car, then you're able to say, all right, I'll take it. Like I'm ready. And that will really help you to get a lower price. Now, you want to focus on the total cost of ownership. It's not just the sticker price. So if you are purchasing a car and you know that there are a lot of those cars, I like to use Toyota Corolla as an example. There's a lot of Toyota Corollas. I think it's like one of the number one cars like on the road in the United States anyway, in our country. So if you purchase one of those cars, it's very likely like those parts are in abundance all over the place because there's a lot of those cars being driven. So you can even search for the most driven car in your area or in your country and see, you know, which car is very plentiful, because that way you know that the total cost of repairs for that car, or even if it's a smaller vehicle, the price of gas will be lower versus a larger vehicle. You can get a good deal on a hybrid maybe. So consider the whole cost. So maybe the sticker price might be the same. If you're comparing a couple vehicles, they might all be about the same price to purchase, but which one is in the long run going to cost you less money if you look at the whole picture, as far as how much it costs to drive it and how much to fill it up with gas, and then can you easily find parts to fix it, or is it a car that's not very common and you're never going to be able to find parts, or they have to ship in parts to help fix your car, because it's going to add to the price down the road. So consider the whole thing, right? And not just that sticker price. Okay, and then be patient if you can. Maybe you've been waiting since, you know, COVID days and prices went up and you've been waiting, but maybe if you can wait even longer, it is possible that all of the tariffs will end and there will be a big drop in car prices. Who knows? So you might want to wait a little bit and see if the prices do come down. Maybe you can wait a year and you don't have to purchase this year. So if you can be patient, that might pay off in the long run. However, we never know. I mean, prices could continue to go up and up and up and up. But the hope is obviously that they will come down and moderate a little bit from where they are now because of the tariffs, right? So yeah. So overall, stay informed, be flexible, be patient if you can, and hopefully that right car for you at the right price is going to show up in your life, you know, just like a good man or a good woman, right? You're just waiting for that perfect match day to occur. So yeah, if you are in the market for a car, I'd love to know that down below in the comments. If you have any advice for others, or how did you find a good price or a good deal on a car, or what type of car are you looking for, or what type of car did you end up buying at a good price? That would be wonderful to hear, so we can all help each other out. And if you're looking for a way to help you to build up a sinking fund or have a savings account specific for your car, which I highly recommend, I'll link a video here which you can check out, because you always want to be saving for car repair and car replacement, so that way when it does come around time to purchase, you're not going into debt. That's a big thing on my channel. So hopefully we can help you out there with some tips on how to save for those car repairs. All right. And if not, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right.